grade 2. Good to see you. Today I'm going to be reading to you a story, and we're going to be talking about an important reading strategy. The reading strategy that we're going to be talking about today is called inferring. We're going to really get into it and figure out what inferring means. So let's get started. What do you think inferring is? Well, inferring is figuring out something that wasn't completely explained in the story. Good readers are able to do this. Good writers oftentimes don't give you all the information that you need. They know that you are very smart and that you can figure out what they want you to know. And so, how do we do this? How do we figure out what wasn't completely explained in the story? Well, this is how we do it. We use something that we all have, our beautiful brains. And in our beautiful brains, we have a lot of information already, and we call this our schema. And schema means what we already know. So we use what we already know to help us infer. Then we also use the text evidence. It's what we see and what we read in a book. Now together we put that text evidence, what we see and what we read, and then what we already know in our brain. We put that together, and that's how we infer. That's how we figure out what wasn't completely explained in the story. So let's practice. I have a little card here with a little short passage, and it goes like this. Macy put on her gym shoes, grabbed her iPod and a bottle of water. She would be really thirsty when she was finished. What can we infer Macy is going to do? So we need to think about what we know in our brain, think about what we see and what we heard in the text. What do you think Macy's going to do? Well, I can infer that she is going to go exercise. Maybe go for a run, maybe do a workout. I can infer that by using what I know, what I see, and what I've read. Let's try another one. This is a story about Stacy. Stacy's mom made 12 cookies for her birthday. There were only 5 left. Stacy has a bellyache. What can we infer? Well, I know a lot about cookies because I really like cookies. I know they're made with a lot of sugar, and I know that if I eat too many, I don't feel very good. Thinking about what I know, what I see, and what I've read about Stacy, she has a bellyache. So I'm thinking that she has eaten too many cookies, and now she has a bellyache. I can infer that. Good job. Now I'd like to read you a story where our author is trying to get us to make some inferences. The story is called Animals Should Definitely Not Wear Clothing. Now I'm not going to show you the pictures because the pictures actually give you a lot of information. I want us to use our schema now and the information we hear to see if we can infer what's going to happen. So let's get started. The story is called, again, Animals Should Definitely Not Wear Clothing. I'm going to show you the words, and then we're going to make some inferences. Animals should definitely not wear clothing. Because it would be disastrous for a porcupine. So we're going to stop here. Okay, let's make an inference. Why would it be disastrous for a porcupine to wear clothing? Well, I know that animals usually don't wear clothing, and I know a lot about porcupines. I know porcupines are small, that they're low to the ground, and that they have quills. So in my imagination or in my schema, I think, well, if it's a disaster, that means it's bad for the porcupine, then I'm thinking that the clothes are not working, that the quills are pushing through the clothes and making holes and maybe ripping them apart. I wonder if that's what the author wants me to think. Let's check the picture to see if I'm right. I think I am. The author is showing the porcupine with the holes in her clothing and pieces all ripped apart. Porcupines should not wear clothing. Let's keep going. Because a camel might wear it in the wrong places. Now, what does the author mean? Well, I'm thinking about what a camel looks like. I'm thinking about clothing. And what does he mean by wearing it in the wrong places? Can you make a picture in your mind? Can you make an inference? Well, I'm thinking that maybe they've got it in the wrong places. Let's see. Oh, look. Do you wear a hat on your hump or do you wear a hat on your head? Camels should not wear clothing. Let's keep going. Because a snake would lose it. Oh my goodness, he came right out of those pants. Because a mouse might get lost in it. Where is that mouse? Oh my goodness, he's under the hat. Because a sheep might find it terribly hot. I'm going to stop here and think. Well, I know sheep have wool. And if they have wool and then they put clothing on top, well, they're going to be super hot. Let's see what the author wants us to know. Oh, yes. Way too hot. Because it could be very messy for a pig. Can you make an inference what the pig looks like? And how he would be messy? Oh yes, very messy. Because it might make life hard for a hen. Oh yes, very hard. Because a kangaroo would find it quite unnecessary. Oh my goodness. The kangaroo already has a pouch. Because a giraffe might look sort of silly. Oh yes, sort of silly. Because a billy goat would eat it for lunch. Is that the picture you had in your mind? Because it would always be wet on a walrus. Think about walruses. Think about what you know. Always wet. Because a moose could never manage. Think about a moose. Think about clothing. What do you infer? Oh no, poor moose. Because opossums might wear it upside down by mistake. Think about what you know about opossums. I know they hang upside down in trees. Oh yes, upside down. And most of all, because it might be very embarrassing. Oh no, they're dressed the same. And that's the end. In your package, you have a little booklet that looks like this, My Inference Book. And again, you're going to be using the text clues and what you already have in your brain, your beautiful schema, to figure out what the author wants you to know. And so I'm going to show you what I did, and this is what I'd like you to do too. I've filled out this page and I've shown the title, Animals Should Definitely Not Wear Clothing, the author, Judy Barrett, and then I wanted to show what I can infer. My first inference was about the porcupines, and so I've written it here. Porcupines should not wear clothes because the clothes won't fit and their quills will make holes in them. But how do I know if I was right? Where is the proof? Well, the proof was in the picture. The picture shows the porcupine in a dress with holes, and it is torn to pieces. What I'd like you to do is choose one of the animals and tell me what you inferred. Put your inference here and then show me your proof. How did you know? Tell me what the picture looked like. Have fun, and we'll talk to you again soon.